Hi everyone. Today I want to talk to you about what it means to be an empath. Some of you may not be familiar with this term, so I'll explain what an empath is. An empath is somebody who is able to feel into other people's emotions, so much so that they probably believe that the emotions are their own. This can be very confusing because generally the mind will want to um, it always wants to explain what's going on in the body. So the mind will always start to give you reasons for emotions and feelings. The trouble is with this, if you are actually an empath and you're picking up on other people's emotions, your mind may be telling you that they're actually your own emotions, and this is not always the case. Also, even if you then become aware of picking up on people's emotions, your mind will still try to reason out why you are feeling it. An example of this would be for me a couple of years ago, more than a couple, 5 years ago I think. I was at a party with a friend, and she was in a really bad mood, and I could feel it. I'd gone to the party to meet people, and this was one of the women I'd met a few weeks before, and she was really upset, and I could feel it, though no one was saying anything. There had been an argument that had kicked off earlier before I'd arrived, and I was just picking up on the energy and the energy from her. Now, my mind decided it was going to tell me that it was my fault, that the reason that she was not in the right space, even though she looked okay on the surface, was because I had done something. Now, luckily, I had a conversation with her about it. Rather than just deciding that that was true, I had a conversation with her and found out the real cause of the problem. What that taught me was that I should trust my feelings always, but not always trust what my mind decides to determine about the situation. So that's a big lesson. So for those of you out there who believe that you may be picking up on other people's emotions, and I believe lots of us do, it's just to different degrees, these are a few tips I would recommend. One way of helping to guard yourself from other people's emotions is to get really clear on your own emotions. This involves really looking at your emotions when you're going through trials and tribulations to understand how you are triggered, what buttons get pushed, and how you react. So this is one major way for empaths to really understand what is going on within themselves, so that they can then determine what is going on in other people. It's just so that you don't always take on other people's emotions and believe them to be your own. Another way is through meditation. In a meditative state, you become calm, you are able to tune into nature more, so do your meditation in nature when you can, and through that your body becomes still and the mind becomes still. So it also means when you then step out into the busy world, you're less likely to be infected by other people's vibrations, because you are in a Zen state. Uh, and also it helps you to come from a place of power when you want to help people whose maybe low emotions you can feel, if you choose to do so, which is another topic altogether. Um, Another way of helping yourself as an empath is to imagine yourself surrounded in light. Now you can choose which light works for you. Really, it's just whatever resonates with you. Different colors mean different things to different people. Some people relate them to the energy centers or chakras in the body. I like to use gold. This is one of the colors that seems to just work for me. I've tried pink bubbles and green, rays and all of this, but gold seems to work the best. So what I do is I'll sit very quietly, close my eyes, and I'll just imagine a gold light shooting out of the top of my head, and basically it comes down both sides around my body and joins, underneath me. And I meditate on this for, it just has to be a couple of minutes, and it helps me to reset and feel protected. And then when I go out, it's much easier to work my way around the planet. You can also imagine that energy is coming towards you, but it can't get through this wall. but you are still able to feel out. It's very important for empaths to always be able to feel, and for them to not cut off their empathic tendencies. You know, there are empaths out there who get frightened of all the information that comes in. Some people will even feel physical pain because of it. But it's important for them to not cut off that sensation, simply because that's the way that they navigate the world. We're here for a reason. I believe that empathic people are here to help alleviate pains and problems, but also to basically get people to lighten up, because there's a lot of dense emotions on this planet, and I believe that we're all heading towards empathy. What I mean by this is everybody has an empathic ability. Not everyone to the same degree, as I said earlier. But I believe that that's where we are evolving to. I think that we are going to get to a place in time where everyone will be able to feel into everyone else's emotions, and this means that there will be no more hiding or lying being able to be done on the planet. And I'll tell you this, if there's no more lying or hiding, and everyone knows where everyone is at, then we are much more likely to start becoming honest and true. And this will raise the vibration of the planet to no end. I believe that's where we're all heading to. So those of you who are empaths, please see this as an absolutely amazing ability and skill, and that you are one of the forerunners in the evolution of this planet. That's what I believe. So yeah, any questions on being an empath and what empathy means, if you don't even understand what the term means, post your comments below, like and share this video, and I'll speak to you soon.